What's up, guys? This is Benji with BrokenFormat coming at you with the deck profile. I'm going to profile my Tefnuit DaD deck. If you don't know, Tefnuit DaD is basically just like it's a new school DaD basically. This deck, my deck at least, my build, it's based around swarming, or not really swarming, but getting out rank 6 exceeds and whatnot. But I've been running it for a couple months now. It's a really good deck. I like it a lot. It's really aggressive, kind of control. It's really good overall. But anyways, let's start the deck profile. I run Dark Arm Dragon, of course. Boss monster of the deck. Everyone knows what it does. I don't need to explain. Next, I run Triple Heretic Dragon of Tefnuit. Tefnuit is a good card. Tribute it, get out normal dragon from your hand, deck, or grave. Basically, just tribute this, get out Wattail, and exceed for 6. And it's a 21 beat stick Cyber Dragon. The only downfall is that if you special summon like a Cyber Dragon, it can attack. But that is a good price to pay for the effect of this, because you don't really attack with this all that much. But Tefnuit right there. Next, I run Double Wattail. I don't like the luster. I don't have to worry about chain disappearance as much because of the fact that Inzectors aren't in the format. Not a lot of people that I play side chain disappearance, so I'm not worried that it's going to get chain disappearance. So the Double Wattail for me works out a lot. It's never ever been chain disappearance, so I'm not worried about that happening. Also, it is a good tribute. The 25 beat stick, it's always good to have. Next, I run 3 Krebins. 3 Krebins for the E-Tellies. I run Krebins, good card, whatnot. So it's really helps you get out synchros basically, and you do run synchros in this deck. So it's also a stall card. So if you need to stall out some, you can stall out with Krebins. 800 life points isn't that much to pay to stay alive. Next, I run 1 Stratos. I run Destiny Heroes for Destiny Draw. So Stratos is the searcher. Everyone knows what it does now, so I don't need to explain. 2 Mali Malicious, Destiny Hero Malicious. Great card. Pitched. I usually just pitch it with Destiny Draw 2. I don't know if people tribute for it ever, but sometimes I do with Tefnuit. So it's easier to get in the grave. Yeah, Mali, really good card. Double Dasher. Double Dasher is really good because Destiny Hero Dasher is good effect on the field and off the field. If you have an extra Tefnuit on the field and you get out Dasher, you contribute it. This will be a 31 beat stick, and you get the special summon. So you just attack. It goes to defense, right? Exceed. Really good combo, Destiny Hero Dasher also has a good effect in the grave. If it's in the grave and during your draw phase you draw a monster that could be normal summon, you can just reveal it, special summon it. So Dasher is just an amazing card overall and whatnot. And this is the last I run with my Destiny Heroes. People tell me to run Diamond Dude, Doom Lord, stuff like that. I've tried it, it's not that good. In this deck I don't run that much normal spells, so I can't use Destiny Hero Diamond Dude all that much. So it's not that good for me, I don't like it. That's all I have to say, really. But Destiny Hero Dash are really good. Next, my Tour Guide engine. 2 Tour Guide, Sangan, and Night Assailant. Really good cards. Tour Guide, everyone knows it does, whatnot. So yeah, instant exceed right there. Next card, I run Double Veiler. If you saw my previous video, I was running Triple Veiler, but I lowered it down to 2 just because I didn't find it necessary at 3. A lot of times when I drew my 3rd Veiler, I never needed it, and I was in a predicament just because that last card I needed was a Veiler. I mean, the last card I drew into was a Veiler. I didn't need it, I drew into it too much times, and I didn't need it, so I ended up siding up the taking it out and siding the 3rd one. It was a really good decision, I added another card, and it worked out fine. Double Veiler works. This format, it's really good, really versatile. Get over a lot of things, Anyways, double Valor. Next I run one Plague. Plague helps you get out your exceeds, my bad. Your synchros. Synchros do happen in this deck quite often, and if you need to, you can use it for attributing material. You know, tributes happen a lot in this deck, and it's not uncommon for that to happen. So I sometimes use that for tributes, not always, but it happens. And overall, this is just a good card. You know, it gets around like everything. It can't be negated summoned with the effect. You know, I don't know the exact ruling, but I know it gets over warning and stuff. But it's a really good card. Next we got Caius. It's just tribute it, remove the card. Really good card. I was thinking about upping it to 2 or 3, but I can't find anything to take out. But I have my eye on one card. I'll show you guys later. Caius, really good. Next we got the Dark Creator. I was actually thinking about this is the card I was thinking about taking out for another Caius. It's a good tech if you get it out a lot, but I don't really get it out much because I don't usually have 5 or more in the grave when I draw into it. And when I do draw into it, it usually gets Darkhold or something, Deprisoned, whatever. But if you get it out, it's a good card. It also helps get Darks out of the grave for DaD and whatnot. And so I keep it in the deck for now. But it hasn't been working that much for me. Yeah. And since this is a Chaos build, I do run BLS. BLS is an amazing card with format. Well, in general, not just its format, but BLS is awesome. It's easy to get out, you know. I do run a lot of lights, and majority are darks, so it's not a problem for me to get out, you know. And I just like the effects in general. 3000 beat stick, good effects. I don't know why Konami unbanned it, to be honest, but it's a really good card, you know. If you can get it out in general, if you have a lot of lights, a lot of darks, run it. Why not, you know? BLS, I don't know what it does. Alright, so that's all for my monsters. I don't know exactly how much monsters. I think I have like 20 something. But anyways, on to my spells. 2 E-Tellies. I know people run 3. I didn't see the need for 3, you know. 1 is too much. 1 is too little. 3 is too much. 2 is just fine. You don't need 3, you know. This at 3 turned out for me to be a dead draw, you know. I usually drew into my Krebins. I never needed need the E-Tellies at the time. You know, even if I drew into the Krebins, I don't want to E-Telly it from my hand. You know, I could just summon it or something. But E-Telly overall is a good card. I like it a lot, you know. Gets out the Krebins, starts the synchros, starts the tributes, whatever you need, really. E-Telly is a good card overall. Next we got 2 Destiny Draw. I know you guys are thinking, why is he only running 2 of the cards? 2 of both the cards that just got unlimited, you know. Here's the thing. I've tried them both at 3. I've tried them 1 at 2, 1 at 3. I've tried it all, you know. I found both at 2 is enough. Especially D-Draw. D-Draw at 2 is enough. Because, here's my reasoning for that. I run only 4 targets for D-Draw. If I ran 3, and I drew into 1, you know. If I drew into Mali, for example. D-Draw that, right? I'd use the other Mali for my exceeds, you know. Or the tribute, whatever. And if I drew into a Dasher, I don't have a D-Draw at the time, for example. Say I tribute for it, you know. My 3rd D-Draw is dead. Now if I run 2 and that exact same scenario happens, the last D-Draw is alive, you know. D-Draw it's too situational for me to put at 3. And I use it a lot, but I don't use it a lot, you know what I'm saying? It's way, way too situational for me to put at 3. I do see build with 3, but I don't like them, you know. But D-Draw is good at 2, it's enough. Next we got 1 Heretic Seal Convocation. Get your Tefnuits to your hand faster. I never found it dead. I wouldn't up it to 2 or 3 because I draw into Tefnuits a lot. I don't really need it all that much. But Convocation is good in this deck. Alright, next we got Staples, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, 2 MSTs, and Monster Reborn. Everyone knows it does. Staple. Should run them in every deck, obviously. Alright, so here's my traps. My tech, triple trap stun. My reasoning for triple trap stun is because no one expects trap stun. And when you do trap stun, they don't usually negate it, like whatever, I'll just do whatever next turn. That proves to be a fatal point in the duel for me, usually. When I trap stun, I usually go off completely, you know, just to go for game. I try that. Or just get a big lead, you know. Also, a lot of people run trap. This is a trap heavy format, to me, I feel. And so if you attack, they say deep prison for something, you know, you just go like this, go trap stun. Their plan is screwed unless they have something to negate the trap stun. Not a lot of people do. So I run trap stuns. I don't run decrees because I do run traps and I do need some trap. I do need these traps to go happen. So trap stun is just a one-time thing, not permanent. And if they don't run MST, then I do run decrees. And I do need, like, say, a trap card. I can't use it, you know. Trap stun's a one-time thing, and I like it a lot more than decrees in this deck. So trap stun's good. Alright, so next I run one Tori. I only like it at 1 because I do need my monsters in the field for this deck to work. I don't like blowing up my field. I like blowing up theirs, but not mine. I think everyone likes that, but anyways, 1 Tori is enough. 2 is too much. I've tried it. It just doesn't work, you know. 1 Tori is just enough. Alright, for my last card to the deck, double warning. I don't need to explain the reason to this. It just stops summons, you know. Stops something you don't want to happen. Warning, great card. Alright, so that's it for my main deck. On to the extra deck. I run 1 Catastor. Catastor is not that easy to get out, but it is a really good card, you know. I can get it out with level 4 and Veiler, but I don't usually get into it. I only go into it if I have to, you know. A lot of decks these days, they can't really get around Catastor that much. Therefore, it is a good card to run. So I do run Catastor. Stardust. Stardust is a good alternative to go into and whatnot. It's there if you need it, and it's there if you don't need it. That, you know what they say? Better have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. You know. So I do run 1 Stardust just in case. I run 1 Gaia Knight. Gaia Knight is a good card, and this is a Gaia Knight. If you look, Gaia Knight, Force of Earth. Yeah. Gaia Knight is a good card. It's not that great. It's a vanilla for synchros, but best level 6 in my opinion. Now that Brio's banned, but Gaia Knight's good. Next, I run 1 Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon is also a really good card. Everyone knows the effect. Everyone knows what it does. Really easy to get a hold of now. I traded my Ultra and got the Super, as you guys can see, if you didn't see my last video. But anyway, Scrap Dragon is a really good card. Run 1 Red Dragon Archfiend. My reasoning is it gets over Zen mains, stuff like that. Helps you get over it. 3000 beat stick also. And I do play aggressively, so it's not a problem for me to have on the field, you know. It's really good. I like it a lot. Colossal Fighter for those warrior decks like Heroes, Sams. If anyone plays Sams, I see a lot of Sams in my local, so I do run this. Colossal Fighter, yeah. Next, I got 1 Leviathan. Leviathan, I'm thinking about taking out. I don't like it much, but I do run it, so yeah. Zen mains and Levia staples, really. You should have your hands on them by now, especially because they're both promos now. But really good cards. Tour guide target. Utopia. I go into Utopia not that often, but it's there if I need it. Excuse me. Excuse me again. I'm sorry. Next, I got Double Bouncer. Photon Strike Bouncer is an amazing card. Amazing card. It is a watered down Dolka, but it is really good, you know. It helps you stop effects, just stop everything. Really good. Another Veiler for a chance to say. Only downfall is it doesn't destroy. Next we got Swordbreaker and Force Focus. Other level rank 6 targets. Really good cards. I barely use them. I use Bounds mainly, but they're both really good. Last card is Gaia Dragon. I use Gaia Dragon sometimes, not all the time. I mean, it's there, but I don't really use it. Yeah. Alright guys, that's my deck profile on Tefnuit DaD. Tell me what you think. Comment, rate, subscribe. Check out our channel for more videos on Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. We do some openings, stuff like that recently. So go check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. Benji BrokenFormat out.